Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day. I thought I was going to have an early start today and get this video out, and it rained. And of course our internet then had some problems. So we're back. Parents, it's week 5, Tuesday, day 22 if you're going by the days. I apologize for the remind message yesterday. There's only so many characters you can type in, and then it just starts deleting words or characters out, and it just happened to do that right in the middle. So I will just remind you, it's one ELA, one math lesson a week. And you can send as much or as little as you want. I know some people like to send stuff every day. That's fine. But as long as I see one math and one reading a week. And like I said, you can send through Remind. You can send through email. However you want to do that. And the thought there is that as you're working through the week, if you're doing the other pieces that go with that, then when the piece you send in should be stronger. Just like when you practice anything, you get better and better and better at it. So, you know, keep working through day by day. Like I said, do what you can do. That brings me to my next bullet. No stress. So, you know, it's not the end of the world if you don't get something submitted that week. We would really like to see it, and that's what the school directive is, but I get it. Life has hurdles and things that we have to take care of that might be more important. I know I did throw out extra math, which is one more program, and I know as a parent, every time I see one more program, I'm like, oh my goodness. So it's really quick, and it will save you printing out or having to do math facts another way. I'm trying to make flashcards or whatever. You can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. If you feel like, and some of our kids really have a good handle on addition and subtraction facts. They're really quick with it. But if not, if they do, then we can move it up to like multiplication, okay? Just keep me posted through Remind, and I can make those changes here from home. And I do see all that data coming through for iReady and Extra Math, which is asking for what it's asking for us to do today for math. And I also know there's a specials link and a bunch of other things, you know, like if your child has speech, or if your child has reading, or your child has anything else. It's a lot out there. Do what you can do, and if they're out running around, write it down. This part, you know, if you want to write it down for your log for specials. If you don't, I mean, specials, I'm sure are not going to call you up about it. But anyway, do what you can do. And some children love the sports end of it. Some children love the art end of it. Some children love making music. So, you know, you kind of have to go with what isn't going to be an epic battle for getting it done. Report cards, remember to keep that in mind. Look at your report card as a guide, and if your child is behind in their reading, they're below level in reading, then read with them, okay? If they're having trouble with math facts, then maybe do 2 things of extra math for the day instead of iReady Math, all right? Whatever works. But remember, I do get data from iReady. Extra Math is another one. So anyway, now we're on to kids. Kids, reading today, and I'm just going to give a plug for reading. Reading is important because, like, if you have a math word problem, you have to be able to read. If you have to read directions for anything, for science, if your mom's having you help make dinner and you have to read the directions, reading is super important. So that's really one of my main focuses while I'm teaching, is reading is a big part of our day. And, you know, a lot of times writing will tie right into that, which is what we're doing today. So for writing, it says, write about your opinion about today's book. And I said any book, too. If you read a book that you would rather write an opinion about recently, then go ahead and write an opinion about that book. But it can be about today's read aloud, about something you read online, you know, whether it be Raz Kids or something through iReady. Just write an opinion about it. It doesn't have to be real long, just in my opinion. And you guys have done a lot of that, so write it down and see how it goes. For spelling, it's color code. So one color for the verb and one color for the ED part. And just so you can see that ED is in each word. But again, there's a whole range for that cafe. Just do what you can do. All right, do what you like to do. If you want to do them in rainbow colors, bubble letters, whatever's been working. All right, practice is what's important. And for math, again, kids, I just talked to your parents about this. Extra Math and iReady are what's on there for today. Do one of those things. If you have trouble logging in, I did send your parents an Extra Math log in through Remind last night. Okay, so everybody should have gotten that, but if you have trouble, just send me something and we'll get right on it. Okay, and then science, we're going to just talk about the brooder. So the brooder, like I said before, if you've ever been in Tractor Supply, we use one of those big metal water tanks for the brooder because it's can't catch on fire. And then so one, you need a big metal water tank. That's what we use, but you can use anything. I've seen lots of different kinds of brooders, but usually they're made out of wire mesh, some kind of metal, or something that's not flammable. Sawdust is what we usually use in the bottom of the brooder because it's easy to clean quick. So sawdust. Number one, metal brooder. Number two, sawdust. Number three, you need a heat lamp, and it has to have a bulb that's kind of red and radiates heat. And you have to have that on one end of the tank or one end of so that the chicks can get away from it. You don't want them to get overheated, but you want them to be able to move freely and to get warm if they need to. So a heat lamp and a heat bulb. You need a food dispenser and food. And depending on the kind of chick you have in there, depending on depends on the protein amount you want them to have. Like guinea hens and some kinds of wild like quail, things like that need a higher protein. But chicks just need the regular chick starter that you can get right at Tractor Supply if you decide to get some chicks. And water dispenser, we'll need a water dispenser, and it's got a big top and a little circle at the bottom to get so that more than one chick can drink at one time. And sometimes to get them to drink, you have to put like a paper clip or a marble or something shiny. It catches their eye and they go after it, and then they realize where the water is. As soon as one chick picks it up, the rest of them all start drinking because they see that chick doing it. So anyway, today's video is not as long, but again, I don't want this video or the work that I do or anything like that to stress anybody out. It's just extra trying to guide you through the calendar, and I didn't do math. Almost forgot that. So let's review Colton from yesterday, and we'll go from there. Main part about this is I don't want you guys kids stressing, and I don't want parents stressing, okay? So let's see what happens here with our problem from yesterday. All right. For his birthday, Colton got 18 presents. He arranged them in an array, and they want, so 18 presents, and we have to make them an array. So that's going to mean like equal groups. Draw ways Colton could arrange his presents in an array. That means there's more than one way. It's kind of open-ended. Number sentence to match the array, and an answer statement. So I did a couple ahead of time. So let's look at this. We have, here I have two columns of 9. So 9 plus 9 equals 18. 2 times 9 equals 18. My answer statement for that could be like, I arranged my presents in 2 columns of 9 and got 18. I wrote the answer statement out for the second one I did because there's more than one way. I put them in rows of 6. And I had 3 rows. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 18. Or 6 times 3 is 18, or 3 times 6 is 18. I arranged Colton's presents in 3 rows of 6, which equaled 18. So that was my answer statement. So that's what I'm talking about. That's a little more open-ended. You can set it up however you want. Today's is about chicks. If 21 chicks hatch and Addison helps put them in the brooders, how many chicks will be in each brooder? A, draw an array or a picture. B, repeated addition sentence. And C, an answer statement. So if 21 chicks hatch and Addison helps put them in 3 brooders, all right, stop. How many chicks will be in each brooder? So we have 21 chicks. We're going to put 1 chick in this brooder, 1 chick in this brooder, 1 chick in this brooder. How many chicks will end up in each brooder? Okay, so draw a picture or an array, repeated addition sentence, and an answer statement. And again, just trying to guide you through the calendar. Any help I can be of, I'm glad to. I hope you guys have a great day. Let's hope the rain stops and we get outside and enjoy some fresh air this evening. All right, see you tomorrow, guys.